Good evening. The Financial Services Authority, FSA, has identified a total of 53 companies that are not licensed or registered to offer virtual assets and services in the country. As such, SFA and the Registrar of Companies are advising the public to be more cautious about the risks and potential financial loss that they may incur whilst dealing with this type of service, and the companies that provide this kind of service. Randolph Samson said that Randolph Samson is the CEO of FSA, and he said that a legislative framework to regulate virtual asset service providers and virtual assets is in the works and is expected to be finalized by early next year. In the meantime, Mr. Samson said that they are undertaking close monitoring so as to prevent and detect any illegal and unauthorized activities so as to protect the interest of consumers and reputation of the country.
We've got a plan in terms of our education that we're aiming to do. And the first step right now has been for us to actually send out a caution to the public at large to advise that there are a number of people and entities who are claiming to be companies that are registered or even licensed in Seychelles. But this is totally false. They are not companies that are incorporated. They are not licensed. In actual fact, they might not be companies at all. So the public needs to be aware when they're dealing with these companies.
More Seychellois students will be able to undertake further studies, including in medical field in Hungary. The Republic of Seychelles and Hungary have signed a memorandum of understanding on that matter. It was the Minister for Education, Dr. Justin Valentin, who signed the document on behalf of Seychelles, and the Hungarian ambassador to Seychelles, Zsolt Mészáros, on behalf of Hungary.
And it is an even bigger pleasure to see that so many young Seychelles students are going to Hungary and studying and coming back and building this beautiful country, this island nation, which is a very strong and good friend of Hungary. We are also expanding our horizon in the field of medical education. So we are really looking forward to an MOU between our two largest universities and having cardiologists and nephrologists and other medical students and trainees come here and do an exchange of knowledge.
In fact, this time round, we are getting 10 scholarships. And as part of this 10 scholarship, we are also getting scholarship within the field of medicine, which was not included in the first round. So for us, this is a wonderful opportunity, and we are calling on students, Seychellois students, willing to go and study in Hungary to apply and compete, not just to apply, of course, to compete for a seat as part of the professional and academic journey.
Children in Crèche 1 La Rosière School have received 65 new chairs for their classrooms. This is a donation from Vistra Seychelles, a global fund and corporate service provider that supports children and education. Vistra Seychelles has approached a few schools to know their needs and requirements. Another being Montfleury Secondary School, whereby they got a projector to enhance teaching and learning, as well as some school accessories for the less fortunate. The managing director of Vistra Seychelles, Neil Puresh, says Vistra is always happy to contribute to the children's education and well-being.
This year, we decided to take a different approach and approach our colleagues to find out what could we do to support our community. And a few of them being mothers, they have approached their schools where their children are to understand what may be their needs and requirements, and that's where La Rosière Crèche came forward to ask for support to change some of their equipment, which we donated new UPVC plastic chairs to all classrooms, 8 in total, and very happy to know that this will enhance their well-being. especially in terms of safety, because I understand they previously had wooden chairs with nails that could tear their clothes or even hurt the children. So hopefully this will give them a better support going forward. And secondly, we have also approached Montfleury Secondary School, where another mother has her child there. And they have asked us for some teaching equipment, and that's where we donated a projector. And thirdly, we are also donating to Grand-Anse Mahé Primary School, Crèche, I'm sorry, where they want to refurbish their sick bay, and we will be donating a few beds and mattresses for them as well in the new year.
The Minister for Health, Peggy Vidot, says that World AIDS Day on the 1st of December is an opportunity to reflect on the progress made to date, raise awareness about the challenges that remain to achieve the goals of ending AIDS by 2030, and mobilize all stakeholders to jointly redouble efforts to ensure the success of the HIV response. Minister Vidot says that the ministry is currently updating its testing and treatment guidelines for HIV, hepatitis, and sexually transmitted infections, with the goal of accelerating prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and thus reducing the health impacts of these infections on people in our country. Further to that, the ministry will be strengthening community testing by making available rapid testing kits for HIV and syphilis. The ministry is also conducting a review of the national HIV program. This review, in collaboration with all partners and the communities, will culminate in the development of the new HIV and hepatitis strategic Plan 2024 to 2028. Effective community leadership must be a key component of these strategies. The Ministry of Health calls on all its partners to work together to remove obstacles that are hindering community leadership and obstructing progress of HIV prevention and treatment services, as highlighted by this year's Let Communities Lead. The world is being encouraged to adopt a different way of thinking and to be flexible when it comes to handling the issue of climate change. Dr. Sultan Ahmed Al-Jaber, the president of the COP28, said this in the official ceremony of the 28th UN Conference on Climate Change at Expo City, Dubai. The official ceremony was followed by the first plenary session on parties to the Kyoto Protocol, followed by the session on the Paris Agreement, which is a discussion on the importance to continue to achieve the goals of both the protocol and agreement all parties agreed to decades ago. Present at the session from the Seychelles delegation are the Minister for Agriculture, Climate Change and Environment, Flavien Joubert, the Special Advisor for Climate Change, Wills Agricole, and Chief Executive Officer of the Meteorological Authority, Vincent Amélie. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching.